Welcome to the Sunday Times Speed Trials here at Brands Hatch. We're going to be testing these four cars to see which one can get to 60 miles an hour from standstill the fastest. Now, none of them is the most expensive, prestigious or luxurious cars you can buy, but all of them are very, very quick.
Now, all of these cars make some pretty outrageous performance claims. The Ariel Atom, for instance, is said to go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 2.5 seconds. The KTM should be in the low 3-second bracket. The Ford will go below 4, but the Caterham should get to 60 in 2.89 seconds.
Now, it's one thing to make those claims on paper, it's quite another to live up to them on the racetrack. So we're going to put these cars through their paces and see if we can identify a clear winner. Now, we had high hopes of the Caterham. On paper, it's one of the lightest of the cars, weighs only half a tonne, and it should do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, according to the official figures. But the best that either of us could do was 4.1 seconds. Maybe somebody else could coax a little more speed out of it, but I suspect the fact that the engine is at the front gave it a disadvantage compared to the others.
The Ford really is a race car with number plates, and it's got a race car clutch as well. The clutch is really, really aggressive. It's difficult to get it off the line cleanly. You just have to give it a load of revs, dump the clutch, get away, get it into first gear and piling down the racetrack. And once you launch it and pull for second, it really, really does start to pick up speed. I mean, 0 to 60 might not be its forte, but this is still a very quick car around a racetrack.
Now, the Ariel Atom really is designed as a track day car. Everything about it says speed, from the aerodynamics, which give excellent downforce and balance, to the power delivery, which is beautifully smooth. On paper, it should reach 62 from standstill in 2.5 seconds, and we found that it got very close to that in practice.
The KTM has 360 brake horsepower, so just a little bit more than the Atom, but it weighs a lot more. It's 200 kilos or more, and it's also the only car here with a purely manual gearbox. But it still goes very well indeed. You have to be quite careful as you launch in first. You do get a bit of wheel spin, so you have to manage that. You pull for second and the turbo kicks in, and it really, really starts to accelerate hard. We got it to 60 in 3.2 seconds, which I was pretty impressed with.
So after our first round of speed trials, we're left with two contenders. The Ariel Atom is the first. It did 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. So let's have a look at this car. It's got a Honda Civic Type R engine, but in the Atom, it's supercharged to 350 brake horsepower. It's also got these lightweight carbon fibre exterior panels and sticky but road legal tyres. But perhaps the best thing about this car, at least from a driver's point of view, is that all the controls are very easy. So down on the floor, you've got plenty of space between the pedals so your feet don't snag. Here you've got a 6-speed paddle shift gear change. There's a nice grippy steering wheel. Everything you need to know about the car's performance is on this digital display. And look at this, perhaps the world's smallest windscreen.
This is the KTM Crossbow. KTM have been doing this car for about 6 years now, and this is the most hardcore of them all, the RR. So it's all based around this carbon fibre monocoque. Everything here is carbon fibre, and it's all waterproof, you notice as well, because it's completely open, so anything that isn't carbon fibre is all rubberised, so you can get soaking as you're driving home. It's the only car here to get a manual gearbox, and that links back to the engine here. Sourced from VW Audi, it's a 2-litre turbocharged engine, kind of thing you would find in the Golf GTI, but here it makes about 360 brake horsepower.
We've selected our two finalists using very accurate Datron electronic timing equipment, but to choose a clear winner, we're going to go for a more time-honoured technique: wheel-to-wheel racing on the track. Well, that was too close to call, but this is on cold tyres. Otherwise it would have been the fastest, I'm sure.
That sounds like excuse number 5 in the racing driver's book of excuses to me.
Okay, well let's go and do it again.